what really happened in Egypt when God split the Red Sea. Of course, we know the story, but is that what only happened? Stay with me, because I'm going to tell you what really, really happened. See, many people read the Bible and they teach you things, and I believe Bible study and churches have become so boring because even when the pastor is reading the scripture, we already know what he's going to say. In fact, we anticipate, especially when we hear him preaching, touching something about Malachi 3:10. We know where he's going. But I bet you have no idea of what I'm about to tell you. Because the Bible is the most significant book, and that's why it remains relevant. It's because it has layers and layers and layers of things that even you don't know. And if you just spend more time in the Bible, you would realize that it's the most interesting book. In fact, it is the source of inspiration for every other religion and every other culture in this world. So we know the story that God uses Moses to get the children of Israel out of Egypt, and then they're chased by the armies of Egypt, and they find themselves at the sea, and they have no idea what to do because it's the sea, of course, and there's no way to cross the sea because Moses really didn't have a boat. Moses was not like Noah. He didn't have a boat. So what happens? Moses gets there and is like, he thought, because God will be like, you know what, you go get the kids, I'll find a way to get you to the other side of the sea. And Moses, I know he had in his mind a boat, but you see, you cannot predict God. God is unpredictable. So they get in front of the Red Sea and they have no idea how they're going to cross the sea. And of course, God tells Moses, raise your staff and I'm going to do something. Moses raises the staff and God split the sea and they cross. But before they cross, before God split the seas, he tells Moses something. Tell the children of Israel that the Egyptians they see now, they will never see them again. What does that mean? Our answer is in the book of Isaiah 51 verse 9. The New Testament is hidden in the Old Testament, and the Old Testament is explained in the New Testament. That's why you cannot discard one and favor the other. That's why you have to read both of them. So our revelation comes from Isaiah chapter 51, verse 9. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake as in the ancient days, in the generations of old. Are you not the arm that cut Rahab apart and wounded the serpent? Let me read that again. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake as in the ancient days, in the generations of old. Are you not the arm that cut Rahab apart and wounded the serpent? Of course, you see the verse on your screen. Rahab. There's one statement I want us to dwell on. Are you not the arm that cut Rahab apart? Rahab. Of course, when a person who's not read the Bible many times, or who already reads scriptures, in verses, they'll just pass that name Rahab. But I have studied the Bible for 10 years over and over again, and something stands out. This name Rahab, Rahab, means something in Hebrew. Do you know what it means? It means the blusterer or the troublemaker. The word Rahab or the name Rahab is used to indicate pride and arrogance. Also, this is where my point is, the word Rahab is used to indicate a mystical sea monster, also used to refer to Egypt. Rahab also is one of the words used for the abyss, or where the fallen angels are locked up. So for those people called Rahab, please find me so that I can pray for you, so that you'll be separated from all this, because names have meanings. The other day, next day, maybe another day, I'll teach you about names. So Isaiah chapter 51 verse 9 says, "Are you not the arm that cut Rahab apart?" And Rahab is a sea monster, and it is used to represent pride and arrogance. And so, by the Spirit of God, by the understanding of God, Rahab also in Hebrew is the name used to represent Egypt. So, what does that mean? Egypt was just a hardware. The software of Egypt was a spirit called Rahab. Are we together? And it resided in the sea. It was a sea monster. Are we together? So Egypt as a nation, Egypt as civilization, Egypt as the cradle of humanity, Egypt as the masterpiece was just a hardware. In fact, the Egyptians were expressing a spirit called Rahab. And God knew that for me to destroy Egypt so that it will not follow my children Israel even into the wilderness, into Canaan, that I'm going to give my children, I'll have to destroy both the software and the hardware. So God could have made a way, a different way, could have told Moses, you know what, there is a path, so follow on your right or on your left. Just follow this path. It will help you to go around the sea. But God split the sea for a reason. This is what people don't tell you. This is what pastors don't tell you. When God split the sea, he cut Rahab apart. That means God, by splitting the Red Sea, killed the spirit that was in charge of Egypt. See, let me tell you something. For you to be able to deal with a problem once and for all, you'd have to trace the spirit behind that problem. And God, in his own wisdom, he knew that if he only killed Pharaoh, there would rise another Pharaoh. If he only killed the armies, the spirit would master another army and in fact find a way to cross the Red Sea and come for Israel. And can I tell you something? Can I surprise you? Egypt never pursued Israel again. And even when they tried to pursue Israel again, Israel destroyed them. Of course, there were people around like the Philistines and the Amorites. They tried to make deals with the Egyptians, but they failed. They could not touch Israel. Are we together? Let me tell you something. It's not a matter of just solving a problem. That's why God will do things you don't understand, because he is dealing with powers that you don't understand. Problems, the source of problems is not physical. It has everything to do with spiritual. And whatever God is doing, what he's doing is he's making sure that the problem you see today, you never see it again. Let me tell you something. You need God. You need God. You need God, because he's the only one who knows what spirit is behind what problem. Are we together? Please follow me for more, and please pray for me. And I'm glad to have been here, and I'm really looking forward to share more revelations with you. God bless you so much. Please tell me what you think about that message. God bless you.